Hello, my name's Laura. Welcome to my channel. And what I'm doing is I'm starting a juice fast or feast. I am on day 1 right now, and I'm not really sure on this journey how far I'm going to go with it. I want to do a week's juice fast and see how it goes. I'm really hoping to go further than that, but I don't really know what's going to happen because I've never done a prolonged juice fast. I think that 5 days was probably the most that I've done on a juice fast. I've done 7-day water. I've done lots of other cleanses, but I've not done a long juice fast. And the reason why I think it's really important to do a long juice fast is because I think that it takes time to get a lot of things out, just kind of like sucking out the bottom of a vacuum. And I think that because I still have had some digestion issues, even though I feel terrific and I know that I could just continue eating raw foods and probably just do my 2-day water fast and 2-day juice fast here and there, I'm really wanting to try to push through. Because I've never done this, I feel that there's probably things like mucus, mucoid plaque, and buildup inside my system that I'm hoping to try to get rid of. And for now, I'm just dedicating myself to hoping to do 7 days, 1 day at a time. And what I'm starting off with is this morning I drank 16-ounce celery juice, and I had some celery lemon mixed with green apple juice. I have some beet juice made here for this afternoon, and some green spinach and celery juice, and this is carrot mixed with cucumber and apple. And then I have some, this is actually grapes mixed with cucumber. And so that was a recipe that I decided to try. And some of these have some ginger. I think this one has some ginger in it. I'm starting off with what I have in my refrigerator, and then I'm trying to go further with some real good releasing some of this stuff that I want to hope to break through. So I'm going to end this part with this for now, and I'll be back to tell you about my journey as I go along and what I'm dealing with. So I will see you in a couple days. Out the day in the refrigerator and just drink them and then make them again in the morning. I know a lot of people will juice fast and make juices way ahead, and I am planning on doing that in the future. I have ordered one of these things from Amazon where I can really use a vacuum seal in order to be able to keep these a little bit longer. But I definitely have to say that this is really a journey, and anybody who's thinking about starting a juice fast, my suggestion would be to make sure that you are prepared for this. Now, I've been a raw vegan for 4.5 years. I've done some juicing, I've done a lot of water fasting, and I've done some juices where I've done like a couple of days water fast and then maybe juice for a day or two after that. I've not done a long-term juice fast in 4.5 years. This is probably the longest I've went on just juice, which I'm in my 4th day, and it's pretty much like the middle of the day. So I definitely know that day 2 I was feeling pretty good. I mean, I still had a lot of energy, and I thought, oh, I'm going to get through this great. Because usually day 2 on a water fast, I start feeling a little bit bad. And so, you know, I had a lot of energy day 2. Now, day 3, I did have pretty good energy during the earlier part of the day, And then later in the day, I started to feel a headache coming on. And by yesterday evening, day 3, I was really feeling like I was getting a headache and I needed to go to bed. And so I definitely say that you have to, even though it's not like a water fast and you're still getting a lot of vitamins and minerals, it's still not like eating solid food. So you definitely have to be prepared for that. And, you know, depending on how long of a juice fast you're deciding to do, right now I'm committed to this 7 days. And I have to say that it is a little bit probably easier than water in some ways, a water fast, but in some ways there's a lot of work to it because the juicing takes me a couple of hours in the morning and I'm up at like 4:30 so that I can get all of this done. And, you know, just to make 3 juices like this, it does take a couple of hours, and I definitely would not start this without a good juicer. I had been using a Nama juicer, and the part inside the screen thing broke, and I've not been able to get any customer service, so I ended up having to order, I got an Omega juicer, and it wasn't the most expensive. It was about $250, but, you know, that's still pretty expensive. But I would not start a juice fast without a good juicer. I do have backup juicers in case something happens. And I've got my little ACOC juicer, which I use that too because I am juicing some different things that work better in the ACOC juicer, especially like celery juice, which I always drink first thing in the morning. I try to drink 16 ounces of celery juice, and the celery works a lot better in that. And also I juice a lot of my sunflower sprouts, adding different things in with it, like cucumber and maybe a fruit or something. So I'm definitely juicing a variety of things, and I would suggest a variety of things on a juice fast because I know that there are some fasts or different things that people do, like where they'll eat just grapes for a while or eat just watermelon for a while. And I think that those are really, really good. But I think that when you're doing a juice fast or feast, that you definitely want to be getting as much of the different kinds of things that you need. Different colors in the fruit and the vegetables are important. So, you know, that's what I've come to so far, realizing. I also, last night, I had a lot of weird dreams. When I woke up this morning, I have not dreamt in a long time, and I was having a lot of weird dreams. And I really slept really, really hard. And I woke up a lot later this morning than 4 o'clock. My normal waking up time is somewhere between 4 and 5, depending on the night before and things like that. But I usually try to get up early, and I would not plan, if I were to tell somebody just from my experience that I've had so far, I would not plan on always getting up that early. Certain days, when you start getting into that 3rd and 4th day, that you might need the rest. And it's important to rest because this is a healing time. I am still exercising, but today I have not exercised. I have been exercising using my jumper, my Bellicant jumper, whatever you want to call it, you know, the thing that you jump on, and mini trampoline. And, you know, I could still do that for 30 minutes, and I can still do some other things that don't take, you know, I wouldn't really be trying to do like Taibo or Insanity or something like that during this time, because you're needing to rest too. You're needing to do light things, especially a good thing is like stretches. And I have programs that I do that have 30 minutes of really good stretching and things. And I definitely would not be able to do any more than that, because even though I kind of have energy and I'm very alert, my body is not really feeling like it does on eating solid food. So those are the things that I would definitely plan and think about when you're starting a juice fast. no matter how long you're trying to do it for, any longer periods of time, I almost wouldn't even say to do that without some kind of guidance and maybe somebody that you're talking to. There's a lot of emotional things that come through this and everything. So, and you know, just like any fast, you're going to go through detox symptoms. Yesterday, I felt a little bit chilly, you know, which it is getting a little chillier here in North Carolina, but I felt definitely the kind of chilly that you feel when you're detoxing. So those are the things that I have figured out so far, and I'm going to be back on after I complete the 7-day to let you know the rest of my results. So I made it to my 7-day on my juice journey, and I want to talk about my results and my detox symptoms that I had and the different things to be prepared for on a fast or feast, or I call it a fast. So where I left on day 4, I was not really feeling the best on day 3, and day 3 evening I had a headache. Day 4 I was not feeling the greatest, and that was where I left off with that. So day 4 evening I also suffered from a little bit of anxiety, which is something I haven't really dealt with in quite a while. And I had a little fear and a little anxiety, which is something that can be pretty normal on lots of different fasts, but this was a little bit intense that I went through, and it was something that I was holding on to, and that's something that I think that people really need to be prepared for when they're starting any kind of fast. Or juicing is definitely something that is just like any other detox. It definitely is getting rid of things in the body, and it will bring up emotions, just like I've dealt with water fast, which I'm a lot more experienced with water fasting than I was with juice, for whatever reason that I didn't after 4.5 years on a raw vegan lifestyle. I really hadn't done a whole week of juicing. I was always doing a lot more water fasts. I had parasites, all that I've talked about in other videos. But I definitely feel that something was calling me to do this, and I knew that this is what my body needed. And having 4.5 years experience on raw vegan foods, I really think that I'm a lot more aware of my body, so that really helped me. And you know, a lot of the things that I knew what to do probably helped that I've been on this raw vegan lifestyle. But anybody who would be starting a juice fast or detox, I would say that you really need to be prepared. Prepared for the emotions, prepared for doing a lot of juicing. That's definitely something you need to be prepared for. So anyway, going on, I dealt with that on the night of day 4, was some anxiety, and then on day 5, I passed mucoid plaque. So I was very happy to get rid of that. That was really what my goal intent was to get rid of mucoid plaque. I felt inside my body like I knew that was something that I had to do. There was something there telling me that. And like I said, I'm aware of my body now, and I knew that was something that was needed to do. And that was a release. And that tells me that might be what caused the anxiety the day before. But I was very excited to get rid of that stuff. And I know that's kind of a gross thing to talk about, but I'm telling you, you don't want that stuff in your body if you can help it. Getting rid of stuff like that is really getting rid of years of so much built up things in the body that cause disease. I feel like disease lies in the tissues and things that are holding on to all of that stuff in the body. and that when you release that stuff, you feel a lot freer. So that kind of inspired me to really start getting going on some more citrusy fruits and things. So I started getting more intensely into that on day 6, and I released some more mucoid plaque and mucus and felt even better. So now I'm on day 7 and I feel terrific. But I also have been using the psyllium husk, which is organic psyllium husk, and the Great Plains bentonite clay, which, you know, I know that some people don't necessarily use that, but I feel like if you're trying to get rid of mucoid plaque and you want to do it sooner and you don't want to do something like 30 days or 90 days of juice or 100 and something days, I've seen people go to these really long juice fasts, and you know, some people don't even use that. They just use the juice. So it just depends on your journey and what you decide to do. I would definitely say if you were going to just do 7 days like me and you're trying to release mucoid plaque, that I'd definitely use that. And I've noticed that when I do that and I let it sit for a few minutes, that I think that it's even more effective, because it really needs to get just kind of, it gets like a slimy texture or whatever, and it does take a few minutes to kind of form that. So I would definitely suggest using that and doing that method and taking like small steps with it, like a teaspoon a day, once a day of each, and then the next day maybe add 2 teaspoons, or you can do that on the 3rd day and then start doing twice a day. That's kind of what I did, and now I've just been still doing it twice a day, and using the 2 teaspoons each twice a day. So that's definitely worked for me. I mean, it's definitely working and it's getting rid of things, so I know that it's been good. But I also have to say that people that are thinking that a juice fast is just something easy to do, that it's not. All different fasts have different things and different benefits, but the one thing that's hard about is you do have to do a lot of juicing and you do have to pre-plan. I would not plan you know, like a work meeting, or do it on a week when you're having something really important that you have to do, or something that's going to cause any kind of anxiety, because it definitely is something that you do really go through some roller coaster symptoms. And you want to just be prepared for that, and you want to make sure that you have a really good juicer. That's another really important thing, because you don't want to get halfway through your juice cleanse and have a busted juicer and have to wait for Amazon to send another one or something like that, because that could be really a bummer. So you want to make sure you have that. I have 2 good juicers. I have an Omega and I have an ACOC juicer. One's an elasticizing juicer and one is just a you know, cold press slow juicer. And they both work really well. One works better for things that are more fibrous. The elasticizing juicer works better for like celery, which I like to drink celery in the morning. I do that a lot even when I'm not on a juice fast. I like to have the 16 ounces of celery juice in the morning. Not all the time, but a couple of days. But those definitely work better for that. And stuff that is harder, the Omega definitely does a good job. So those are the things that I would really suggest for people that were going to start, and to really be prepared for the emotions and really be prepared for some detoxing, and really be prepared for doing some serious juicing, because it does take effort. And sometimes if you're having these symptoms and you're tired, this effort can seem kind of overwhelming sometimes, and be a little bit time consuming. So those are the things that you want to be set up for. and so that you do not have failure. I would like to see people succeed on things like this. Another thing that I did was I bought one of these that I got from Amazon, and it actually comes with two. It comes with one of the wide mouth jars and the small mouth jars. I've been informed that the smaller mouth jars do not work as well, so I only use that one on the wider mouth jars, but I did use a brake bleeder, which was only $20 to get the air out. And this works like a charm. This is something that I've seen on YouTube. Instead of having to spend almost $200 or over $100 on something that doesn't even work quite as well. So I definitely would suggest looking into that if somebody is doing a really long juice fast, especially, and they want to pre-make juices. That's a way of keeping them fresher, and I think it's important to keep them fresher because you also do want to be getting not only rid of things like mucoid plaque, but you do want to make sure that you're getting as much and the best of the vitamins and minerals that you possibly can. So I think that that is really a good thing. And I also want to say that I'm going to fast for a couple of days more. I'm going for 10 days now. I don't know that I'll go any longer than that. But I do feel like I'm just tipping the iceberg, and I feel great. I haven't felt hungry throughout this entire thing. That's another thing I have to say is that with water fasting, I was always like dreaming about foods and things, whereas with this, I haven't even thought about food. I haven't been hungry at all. I have had plenty of energy today, and I feel like I could really go in there and juice some more and definitely try to get rid of some more of that junk in my body. So I hope that this helps somebody and inspires somebody. And I'm just going to read this, and this is out of Job chapter 22, verse 27, and it says, "You will make your prayer to him, he will hear you." So I hope that this video has really inspired people, and I hope that people really think about a juice fast. I think it's a great way to get rid of things. I think it's definitely uplifting. I definitely feel great, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful, blessed day.